court where Marquis tracks it down to the right side. Goes to Ross. Notice the hairdos for the Tigers. We'll talk about that. Ross loses the dribble out of bounds going baseline. Gives it to the Rams on the turnover. Just underway at Proudy, and it is rocking already. Keezer in the backcourt now for the Rams. McDonald out on him. The Tigers extend the full court defense. Matthews comes in, tries to pick Keezer clean, doesn't do so. They get the ball into the front court to Endress. Back to Keezer between the circles as the running Rams run. Here comes Specht. He's on the left side of the key. Bounce pass to Youngren. In the key, Keezer. Jump shot from 15. Air ball. It goes out of bounds to defense with a press. It's a bit of a different press, though, than the Tigers put on. Into the front court in transition. Here come the Tigers. Down the
first team foul on the Rams. McDonald at the line.
7:20 to go first quarter. Nobody scored yet. McDonald at the free throw line. First attempt is good. The ice is full.
So the first time these two teams met, each team had about 20 turnovers. So that's going to be a kind of a key factor to watch. A very aggressive defense from both ends.
And fouls were a big part of that ball game as well. McDonald made the second free throw. Western comes into the front court. Entry pass knocked away from Endress. Ball loose on the floor. It's a jump ball.
I think we're kind of fighting the butterflies tonight. I believe on both teams right at this point, Greg.
Long pass.
A big crowd.
I think that's not. It's understandable too. Endress with a beautiful move baseline. Shovel shot in traffic. Made a nice penetration. We're tied at 2. Oh, pretty move by Ben Endress. Long pass into the front court. Saved out of bounds by Marquis, but to the hands of Marquis for the Princeton Tigers. He can't hit the shot. Matthews on the weak side follow-up. Puts it in. Tigers lead 4-2. Guess I've got to be careful who I call Marquis on the floor.
There's going to be 2 of them. That was a good save, by the way, except very simply came in on
down there. You got to save it to a wing. The inbound to Youngren. Goes baseline. Marquis in front of him. Turnaround fadeaway. Won't go. McDonald with a rebound for the Tigers. Outlets to Ross. Tigers on the run. Coming to the front court. Rams back quickly on defense. Scott Ross now pounds the dribble. Top of the key now to Marquis. Goes back to the right side. Ross. Ross holds. Now Meston right side of the lane. He holds. Goes to Marquis. Goes baseline. Cut off by Youngren. Back out to Ross on the wing. To Meston. He's fouled as they try to get the entry pass. Foes is wearing 32 tonight. So Dan Foes comes into the ball game for the Western Rams. Here's McDonald. Shot from 3 is good. Right side, Matt McDonald cans a triple, and it's a 7-2 Princeton lead. 6 minutes to go, first quarter. With the basketball now, the Rams. Specht to their left side now with Youngren. Dribbles to his right, now goes back to Endress. Now Specht tries a 3. Good.
Brought it back.
Specht gets an answer bucket for the Rams. 7-5, Princeton by 2. 5:45 first quarter. Ross down to Matthews, dribbles across the time stripe left side. The pass to McDonald behind him, tracks it down though. Dribbles to the right corner. Still with the dribble between the legs, out on him is Endress. Now Ross gets the pass to the right hash, directs traffic. Matthews between the circles. Slows it down a bit. Pounds the dribble slowly. Goes to Ross right side. Looking inside for Meston. Foes now fronting him. Meston goes to the corner, takes the pass. Meston now wide to the right side to McDonald. McDonald dribbles to the baseline. Puts up a shot. Good. 9-5. McDonald with a deuce. Give him a total of 7 points.
7 for the night.
Jump shot, Endress from 14, good. The Rams get an answer bucket. Well, they answered a 3 for a 3 the last trip down. This time they answer a 2 for a 2. Marquis tries a 3 for the Tigers. In and out. Tap up, Meston, no good. Rebound, tap loose. Tigers track it down. Matthews outside the arc. McDonald dribbles in traffic. Endress spin to his left. Good.
Good.
That's McDonald's specialty move. He'll go to his right, spin
either left or right. Either left or right. Good offense on both squads.
Natural move for the lefty. Western in transition. Poke away from Specht. Ball loose. Still loose. Ross from his knees. Gets it out of traffic to McDonald.
What a feed.
Bounce pass. Marquis can't hit the layup. Meston on the follow-up. Puts it in.
Great
timeout Western. Go on WZ. Western grateful they're shooting well. They have stayed in it with some good shots from the outside. They work into the front court quickly with Keezer now to Foes. They get back out to Endress. Baseline layup is good. Blocking foul called on the Princeton Tigers. They take the charge. Didn't get there in time. Came underneath Endress. He's trying for the triple play. Free throw is no good off the front iron. Ferguson in traffic clears the rebound. They mentioned all the hairdos. I don't know if we have time for them now, but the Tigers all got ski balls.
They did.
They all got the buzz cuts over the weekend, earlier in the week. McDonald all the way to the baseline, cut off well by Youngren. To Brozek, top of the key. Now to the right wing to Ross. Ross inside McDonald, medium post.
Oh, what a feed.
Nice. What a feed. Jason Brozek, who finishes it off the glass.
Great assist by McDonald.
Oh, my. That's a couple of nice Princeton assists right now. Western gets into the front court as quickly as they can. That's their trademark. 15-9 Princeton. Lob inside. Ferguson almost poked it away from Youngren. Youngren got it back, and a nice move by their big gun puts it in. The Western Rams cut it to 4, 15-11.
Youngren really kept control of the ball that time. Even though he lost it, he gained it back very fast.
Ross backs it between the circles. Now to McDonald. Turnaround from 14. Good.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what a
That
shot.
was hot as a pancake.
Turnaround. That was in traffic, and he had the big guy Foes out on him and put it down. Western quickly into the front court. Endress. Shovel pass out to the wing to Keyser. Kick out to Speck. Three-pointer in and out. Went halfway down. Wouldn't go. Two Tigers there for the rebound. They lose it against one another. Youngren picks up the loose ball and puts it in.
Three Tigers fought each other and lost it.
Good work by Youngren. Collision in center court. It's a no call. Youngren inspects the participants. McDonald gets the ball back in there, and he might have gotten the job done.
He could have, except McDonald did try to avoid him, okay? He did slow down and stop, and I think that's why he never called
the officials ruled no harm, no foul, and Brad Pickett with a beef on the sidelines. Going to the baseline. Ferguson in traffic. Shot no good. He's fouled, though. Goes to the line. I have not been able to get those guys straight every time out. I know who they are. My mouth just doesn't want to cooperate.
We got a bunch of M&Ms out here.
All the M's. Boy. Meston, Matthews, Marquis, McDonald. Free throw good by Ferguson. 5-point Tiger lead. 6-point Tiger lead now. Ferguson hits the second free throw. 19-13. 2:45 first quarter. Western with the basketball down 6. Speck dribbles to the right wing. Goes out to Keyser. Dribbles to the right side of the lane. Loses the dribble out of bounds.
On the head. He simply kept the head down. He wasn't looking at where he was going, okay, and lost contact with the ball.
He had to try to get that basketball back under control and couldn't quite get it done. Ran out of court. Brozek now to Ross. Between the circles, they go right wing to Matthews. Tries a 19-footer and nails it. Set up with that right foot on the line. Counts for 2, but it's an 8-point Tiger lead. 21-13 to the baseline. Endress over the double team. Good. Tough shot in Endress.
Endress is having a good night so far, Greg. 8 points.
21-15. Princeton by 6. Brozek to the right side. Gives to McDonald, who dribbles. Picks it up now. Holds for Brozek, who takes it between the circles and sets up the play. Coming out high now is Scott Ross, and he'll run the point. Ross goes to his left, back to his right now to the wing. That's where he'll decide to run this play. Bounce pass high to McDonald, outside the arc. Back to Ross, give and go. Back down to McDonald, turn around, good. Give and go, work to perfection. McDonald got the 2. 23-15, back to an 8-point lead. Keyser had to pull up to avoid taking a charge from Scott Matthews. Now a lob pass. Matthews is going to pick up a foul. Dave Ferguson will sit down, as will Scott Matthews. Both played well in their stints. One substitution made by Brad Bickett, and that was Brendan Marcus is on the bench with 2 fouls. Dan Foe's taking his spot in the middle right now. Speck with a shot, right wing, no good. Rebound loose, out of bounds. It goes to Western. Last off Tim First quarter. 8-point Princeton lead. Speck's inbounds underneath. Waits, count of 4. Let's go. Goes out to Keyser. Has to track it down near the center stripe and pulls it down in the Tiger head before it went backcourt. Now to Speck. You can throw it into the backcourt, but Keyser had already touched the ball. They go to Youngren, rolling down. Offensive foul, Ryan Youngren. Matt McDonald, I believe, the one.
Foul on Youngren, 15 foul on the Rams.
1:10 to go, first quarter. A couple of good Bureau County basketball teams locking horns here. Knocked away by Youngren, the pass on the wing. And
played each other. They've played each summer together. They've been around each other a lot.
They've seen each other play. Here's Brozek, wanted to try a 3, dribbled to the wing instead. Circles the dribble back around to Ross at the left hash. Takes it between the circles, goes right this time to Marquis. Holds, Foes is fronting Meston down underneath there. They lobbed over to the left side to Ross, inside to McDonald. Triple team, double shot is good.
Having a great first quarter, Matt McDonald is.
Matt McDonald is having a night. For us to say that, that's something. Here's Endress trying to get an answer bucket. Shot no good. Rebound took a high hop. Speck picked it up off the floor. Meston poked it away, but Speck got it back. Youngren, top of the key. 3-pointer, good. Ryan Youngren with a triple. Cuts that 10-point lead to 7. 25-18.
He has a great release.
25 seconds. McDonald shot no good. Rebound Keyser. Western in transition. 3-on-2. The break goes. Here's Foes. Stripped as he goes up. He's fouled, rather. Would it be a foul-laden type of a sectional? And for the most part, Mr. Hornstein and Lipscomb are letting the players play the game.
Yes, they are.
Sometimes even comes down to a pivot move such as that. Or they're protecting the shooters, and after that, pretty much letting go. Second free throw, no good. So missing them both is Foes. Can't cut into that 7-point lead. McDonald takes it all the way to the right corner. Out high to Ross with 8 seconds. Tigers are basically playing for one in this trip. They look at the clock. Here's Meston. Now Marquis. Right wing Brozek tries a three at the horn. It won't go. After 1 quarter. Princeton has played consistently throughout the first quarter. Western's had a couple of times where the Princeton defense has caused them problems. Neither team really able to get much in transition. Here's McDonald now as the Tigers inbound to start the second quarter. To Marquis, Ross to the left side of the key. Directs a little traffic. That's his job. Takes it back between the circles. Now to Marquis. Endress is responsible for McDonald. As the teams going man-on-man on each other. Brozek from 3 won't go. Goes into the corner. It'll be Princeton ball. Went off the Rams line. We talked about the three-point shot. It really has changed the rebounding game, too. As hard as you had to work before, you really have to work hard now. Everybody has to work hard.
Well, it's anticipation because of the big bounce.
That's right. Ross to the right side. Marquis wanted to shoot. Instead gives to Brozek. He's open from the left side for 3. Can't hit it. Rebound out of bounds to Western. Rams will inbound 84 feet away. 7:19 first half. 25-18. Princeton by 7. Nobody's scored yet in the second quarter. Stop and pop Endress. In and out. Rebound. Endress in traffic. Poked away from him. Ball loose on the floor. Ross throws it out of traffic.
What a hustle. What a
feed.
feed.
What a sideline to Brozek underneath the basket. It's good.
Absolute fantastic play. Heads up by Matt McDonald.
My. He saved it from going out of bounds on the sideline. As he saved it, he just punched it out ahead to Brozek. Youngren with an answer bucket to the left side for the Western Rams. This has been some kind of basketball game early on. 27-20, Princeton by 7. 6:40 first half. Ross to Brozek right hash. They go to Marquis in the corner. He holds, hasn't used the dribble, goes high to Ross. Ross will try a 3. He's open, can't hit it. Rebound Youngren for
what a rebound by
Stripped away by Meston. And it rolls in and it counts and he's fouled. And Youngren primarily fighting it. Free throw by Meston is good. He can blow. 30-20, Princeton by 10. 6:28 to go, first half. Western with a basketball, working on the Tiger pressure. Endress dribbles across left side. Out of the arc, they go low to Youngren. Turn around from 10. Fade away won't go.
Good rebound
by the Princeton Tigers, Scott Ross.
Tigers really had a better weak side rebound that time than the Rams did.
Yeah, they boxed out. McDonald from 15 won't go. Youngren with a rebound for Western. Here come the Rams in transition. 3-on-3. Endress loses it.
Not where he should have had the eyes.
Here's McDonald from the free throw line. In and out. Rolled around. Wouldn't go. Youngren with the rebound, and I think he'll get the foul. As he called the foul. So far, Mr. Bickett has not been terribly pleased with the officiating, but primarily, well, I'm going to tell you, they've been letting them play.
Yes, they have. It's more like the NCIC.
That's kind of why. You know, it's not going to like the way that game is called. I don't blame him.
By the way, that's Youngren's second foul.
Free throw's good by Olsen.
Of course, as you go downstate, more and more of this will occur, too.
Free throw is good by Olsen. Inbounds goes to Keyser. It's a 12-point Princeton lead, the biggest of the game to this point. 5:50 to go first half. Keyser to the right wing Endress. Endress to the key Youngren. Over to the left side, Keyser tries a 3. In and out. Rebound through Marquis's hands of Western. And now to Scott Matthews for the Princeton Tigers. Outlets to Tim Marquis. Trots the dribble across. Brozek tries a 3 right wing. Youngren with a weak side rebound. Youngren getting a ton of boards in the last couple of minutes. Now here's Speck with a long pass. Takes it to the baseline. Shot came up short. He was fouled, though, by McDonald. And I know some people are saying, well, that in a quarter will get you a cup of coffee. But
well, hey,
that's how they're calling the game. But on the other hand, I do understand what Brad Bickett is saying. And that's enough. And that's enough we'll say about it. About the officiating, because they're just letting them bang. A foul is called on the second free throw. It's not a foul.
Jason Brozek was trying to front Speck at that time and actually got in the lane a little too soon.
Speck at the free throw line. 5:21 first half. 32-21. Free throw is good. 32-22. Cuts that back to a 10-point lead on the second free throw. He got new life and made it pay. 5:15 first half. 10-point Princeton lead. Marquis now for the Tigers. Works the basketball to the right side. To Matthews. Ross to the left. Holds. Now goes to Marquis, top of the key. Back to the right side, Matthews. Tigers patiently running the offense. Matthews dribbles to the baseline. Circles back out. Ross out high now. Back to Matthews. On the right side, they give it to McDonald. He goes to work. Spin move. Too hard. Off the glass and nothing else. Rebound out of there by Speck. 3-on-2 break. Bounce pass to the wing, Youngren.
Good
Off
big
the glass
guard.
and good. No, it won't count. It's an offensive foul, Ryan Youngren. That was set up for a charge on the fast break. And
He
that's
was
the
there.
third foul on Ryan Youngren, and so he has to sit down.
And that is a tough break for the Western Rams.
He's in there right now, but they're going to send in to the lineup next dead ball opportunity. Steve Morgan. The shot is no good from the perimeter for the Tigers. Tap up Ferguson, no good. Rebound out of there by the Western Rams. 3-on-2 again. Andrus in a double team. Knocked to Princeton leads Western. This is the Delph pokes to the hard court.
Yes, they did.
An exchange.
I would tend to agree with you, Greg.
Here's Speck with a dribble now. He backs it out. Western will work patiently, waiting for the Cutters to go where they need to go. Here's Andrus. Now goes inside Keyser. Nice turnaround. Won't go for him. Rebound. Boxed out well by the Tigers, and Matthews comes away with it. Here's Ross into the front court. Between the circles, cut off by Andrus. Goes to Matthews' right hash. Now to Marquis on the baseline. Back out high to Ross. Now back to Marquis. Looking inside for a cutter. Goes out high to Matthews. Swing it left with Ross. 3:50 to go first half. Now inside to Ferguson. Over the double team. Won't go. Rebound brought down by Marquis for the Western Rams. Outlets to Keyser into the front court. Tigers get back quickly, so that ends the break. They go to Marquis to the wing. Andrus. 15-footer won't go. Rebound out high by McDonald for the Tigers. They come into the front court. 3.5 to go first half. Tigers by 10.
Tigers are 1 for 8 this quarter.
Goodness. 3:25 first half. 32-22. Ferguson out on the wing. Now back to Marquis. 3:20 for the half. Now swing it back to the right. Here's Matthews. Inside to Ferguson. He found himself open. Put the ball on the floor. Couldn't hit the shot. And stood around, I think, a little bit on the rebound. The Western Rams come away with the loose ball on the rebound. They hustled after that loose ball. Andrus had the ball stripped from him by Ross. Ross comes away now for the Tigers in the front court. Going to McDonald to the baseline. Pull up from 8. Good. 34-22. Only the second field goal of the quarter.
No. Not for the Tigers.
Oh, for
Western. I was for
Okay.
Western. I was talking 1 for 8. I made a mistake. I am infallible, Greg.
I thought of that for a moment, but I knew that you would
let me
make a
get by
mistake.
with that.
Here's Andrus to Keyser. People are saying, yeah, sure you knew all black. Jump shot from the free throw line, no good from Brendan Marquis. McDonald with a rebound again for Princeton. 2.5 minutes to go first half. 12-point Princeton lead. At halftime, Mendota Trojan coach Mike Kilmartin to the baseline. Here's Matthews. McDonald between the leg dribble. Picks it up. Wing to Marquis. Western fans thought he walked. Marquis with a 3. Won't go. Matthews skies in there. Pokes the rebound out to Ferguson. Shovel way up is good. Jay Ferguson with a pretty post move gives the Tigers a 14-point lead. Their biggest. 36-22.
Nice alley-oop by Jay.
Behind the back dribble, Speck, he has it poked away from him. Ross with the loose ball, long pass out in front of Matthews, takes to the lane, knocked away by Marquis. Out of bounds to the, on the glass. I was surprised. It looked at first glance like it might have been a goaltend. They lob out, intended for Brett Pond, and Brozek steals it for the Princeton Tigers.
Make him a wide receiver.
36-22, McDonald in trouble, tried to force the issue, went into it. Here's Marquis with the inbounds for the Princeton Tigers. Out high now to Scott Ross. Near the center circle to Jeff Olson. Now to McDonald from the side of the lane. Pull up, in and out. Rebound loose. Tim Marquis gets floor. It took a little while for the game to settle into that, but free throw in and out by Marquis. 1:37 to go first half. Marquis missed the first free throw. Marquis on the season is usually a pretty good free throw shooter, right around 77% of his attempts. Missed the first one here, though. As you have to get into the scoring column.
Not had anything yet at all.
14-point Princeton lead, and hits the second to make it a 15-point lead, which equals the biggest. Speck inbounds to Andrus, back to Speck. The Rams clear out, and Speck dribbles across now. Down to 90 seconds for the half. Tigers by 15. Top of the key now to Andrus. Goes to his right. Shot over Brozak. Off the heel of the iron. Ball loose. On the floor. Speck got it. Goes up strong. Won't go. Rebound McDonald. Clears it out of traffic for Princeton. Boy, that would have been a pretty shot for Speck.
That would have been a great shot. A little off balance, but had possibilities.
McDonald back to Ross, who sets up the play for Princeton. 1:05 to go first half. Marquis almost had it poked away trying to get it to McDonald. McDonald gets the basketball, though. Found himself open, takes the shot, won't go. Rebound loose. Speck gets the rebound for the Western Rams. In transition they come. 3-on-2. Pass behind him to Andrus. Takes it to the hole. Off the glass. Hangs in the front rim and drops. Boy, that's a big-time move again by Ben Andrus. He's turned in a couple, 3 of those tonight. 40 seconds to go, first half. 37-24, Princeton by 13. Here's Marquis. Top of the key, Ross inside McDonald. Turnaround from 12, in and out. Rebound loose. Out of the hands of Brendan Marquis. Jason Brozak knocks it away. It goes out of bounds. It is Princeton by 13, 37-24. Western in no big hurry. Speck will just walk the dribble across.
Still a very young ball game yet, Greg.
Oh, yes. 16-18 to go in the ball game if you want to look at it that way. But just 12 seconds now to go in the first half. And Western just going to play for one. Try to go into the locker room maybe with an 11 or 10-point deficit. Turnaround Speck, nice ball fake. Shot came up short as time expires.
And a phenomenal night so far from Matt McDonald, 17 points.
Western inbounds to start the second half of play. Down 13 at the top of the key. Endres. They go to Keyser inside Youngren. Poked away. Gets it back out wide. Back to Keyser. Western seems determined to go to work here in the second half. You get that impression. Here's Youngren. Turnaround will go. Rebound by the Tigers of Princeton. Tim Marquis.
They're going to work the ball a little bit better, and they're going to try to go inside right now.
Trying for sharper ball movement. You can see their first trip. Poked away by Keyser. They're going to try to do it at the defensive end. A foul called on Matt Mess. They're going to get everybody all lined up, make sure they all have their own spots in the floor. Speck inbounds at the center stripe. They lob out ahead for Endres, who tracks the ball down. Top of the key now to Brendan Marquis. Right side to Keyser. Keyser bounce pass to Endres out high. Goes to work. Dumps down to Speck off the glass and good. Nice feed, Ben Endres. Speck finished it. 7:16 to go, third quarter. 37-26, Princeton by 11. McDonald quickly into the front court.
What a feed.
Low, nice pass to Matt Meston. The Tigers return the favor with another nice look from Matt McDonald this time, and Meston finished it.
That's another assist. That's like the fourth assist from Matt McDonald to Matt Meston tonight.
Here's Endres, puts one up from 15, too hard, just off the glass. Ball loose, it goes out of bounds. Out of bounds by Matthews on the inbound. Off the inbound. Western trying to make some hay in the early stages of this third quarter. A very important part of the basketball game, we might add. This is Scott Ross for the Princeton Tigers. 39-28, Princeton by 11. Marquis to McDonald in the right corner. Youngren out on him. They go out to Matthews, now to Ross, top of the key. Meston to the side of the key. In the left corner to Marquis. Looks, comes back out high to Ross. Back to the right to Matthews. Around the perimeter, now in the corner to McDonald again. Back out higher to Marquis, top of the key, Ross. Meston side of the key is another rotation to the Tigers. They go inside McDonald this time. Up and over Marquis, rolls in the front rim, won't go. Tap up, no good. Tap again, no good. Rebound by Speck. Out and running with it. 2-on-2. Stop and pop from 10. Won't go. Rebound tapped out. Western gets it out near the free throw line. To Endres, to Speck, left side. Shot no good. Rebound tapped up, still loose. Matthews picks it up for the Tigers. To Ross, gets it into the front court. On the run. To the left side of the key. Marquis in the corner. Hands to Meston. Tigers set it up. Ross directs traffic out wide to the right side. McDonald right side of the key. Ross dumps down to Meston. Poked away. The entry pass was by Western. Ross got it back, though, for Princeton. To McDonald. Now Matthews. Left side now Marquis. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. 39-28. Princeton by 11.
A lot of patience by the Tigers.
And good defense by Western.
Yes, it is.
Man-to-man, both sides here. Here's turnaround from McDonald. No good. Rebound comes out wide to Ross. Both he and Meston were there. Meston let Ross handle it. They go inside to McDonald again. He's stripped trying to go up. Ross gets the loose ball to Meston, who's fronted and back. Shot no good. And an over-the-back foul on Matt McDonald, who tried to go into traffic and tap it up there.
Second foul on Matt McDonald. Second team foul on the Tigers for the half. Ran about a minute and a half off the clock that time.
But a big defensive stop for the Western Rams that trip. 5:11 to go, third quarter. Keyser dribbles into the front court. Waits for a guard, gives to Speck, back to Keyser. Left hash, now to Youngren, wide left. Surveys it, comes out to Marquis. Swing it left to Keyser. Bounce pass, there would be. Youngren, three-pointer. Keyser bounces around, no good. Matthews skies in there and hauls down the board for Princeton. Outlets to Ross, into the front court. McDonald takes it, pulls up baseline, good. Pretty move by the lefty, Matt McDonald. And it's a 41-28 Princeton lead of 13.
Nice hang by McDonald when he went up.
Keyser pressured by McDonald. Western fans wanted a foul. Reversal pass thrown out of bounds in front of the goal. Gets the ball from Terry Lipscomb, throws it into Scott Ross. Princeton goes to work. 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. 41-28 now. Princeton by 13. Between the circles, Matthews. Left side, Brozek. Hold tie. Back to Ferguson in the key. He's double teamed. Hasn't used the dribble. Kicks out to Ross. On the short hop, picks up the pass. Now to Matthews, dribbles it out a little higher. In the key to Ferguson. On the wing to Brozek, right side. Back out to Ross, inside McDonald. Double team, kicks out to the open man. Matthews, three-pointer, good. Halfway through the third quarter, it's Princeton 44, Western 28 by 16, their biggest lead. Turnaround Youngren, he's alone. Nice move to get open. Shot went in and out. Brozek with a rebound for Princeton. Dribbles up the right side into the Tiger front court. Western back quickly defensively. To Ross between the circles. Holds, goes left side now to Matthews. Didn't have the shot this time. Dribbles out wide now to Ferguson. He goes baseline. Shot, dumps down, knocked away. And the ball is going over. Tigers set up their usual press. Denying the inbound on the man-to-man. Keyser dribbles into the front court. McDonald on him. Sags a bit now. Now to Speck. Top of the key. Right side Endress. Looking. Takes the shot from 18. Front iron no good. Brozek boxed out. Got the rebound.
Fourth rebound by Brozek in the last half.
Yes. 3:20 third quarter. Nice job. Here's Ross. Now goes to the right hash to Brozek. 44-28. Princeton by 16. Down to the 3:10 mark. Third quarter. Sectional round play. The winner plays Mendota Friday night in the sectional championship. And the right to advance to the Sweet 16. Brozek got poked.
Yeah.
Got the pass away. Kind of wipes his nose a little bit. Still kind of checking it. If it's...
see if he has eyes.
Yeah, see even if all the parts are still there. As the Tigers just kind of run the perimeter. Brozek has the ball. Checks his nose again. Goes out to Ross.
Kind of pretty good, I think.
Well, it was an inadvertent, obviously.
Yeah.
Here's McDonald from 17. In and out. Rebound loose. On the floor. Goes out of bounds to who? It went off. Ferguson's like they rule out of bounds. And it goes out of bounds to Western. I don't think it happened that way, to be real honest.
I don't think so.
The Tiger bench didn't think so, but it's going over to the Western Rams. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. 44-28, 16-point Princeton lead. Keyser to Youngren, rolling through, foul hammered. I mean, literally by Scott Matthews.
Got
hammered
him
into the
heavy.
hard court.
Got him heavy that time. Third foul by Scott Matthews, and the fourth Tiger foul for the half.
An aggressive foul, but not a dirty foul. Matthews
No.
got his guy in there trying to prevent Youngren from taking the good shot. Youngren understands that. Matthews sits down now, picking up his third personal. 2:30 to go, third quarter. And coming in to replace him was whom? Coming back in Tim Marquis, right?
Tim Marquis.
Ross, Marquis, McDonald, Ferguson, and Brozek for Princeton. Youngren at the free throw line, who hits the first. Also Speck, Endress, Marquis, and Keyser for the Runnin' Rams. We mentioned the Runnin' Rams because they can get it out and go, but they'll play it under control. Second free throw is good by Youngren. It's a 44-30 Princeton lead of 14. The pass goes actually through the Western net to Scott Ross.
Away for the Tigers.
Yeah, for some reason the press breaker wasn't being run that time. Here's Speck. Now to Keyser. Now to Youngren, or rather Endress. Triple team. Shot blocked by Ferguson. Gets the loose ball and is cleared by Scott Ross. Into the front court. Princeton by 14. Nearing the 2-minute mark. Youngren. Good. Finger roll, actually 10-finger roll, went in off the left baseline on the layup. Oh, pretty move.
Nice hang on that one.
Scott Matthews, or rather Matt McDonald with 21 points now on this basketball game. 1:50 to go, third quarter. 16-point Princeton lead equals their biggest. Endress, Speck, lob into Youngren. He's triple team. He tries to get the pass out, partially blocked. Speck gets it anyway. Endress tries to dump down to Marquis. One too many passes, throws it out of bounds.
Good defense by the Tigers. Really not a great offensive quarter for either team. 9 by the Tigers, 6 by the Rams.
McDonald fouled by Speck in the third quarter. Greg Halbleib and John Young here at WZOE AM, Princeton, Illinois. Paul Baumley, our producer and engineer tonight. He'll have scores when we're done here at Proudy. Free throws good by McDonald. We'll also get a score update for you in a little more than an hour and a half from now, at about 9:58. Just before Mutual News and then Larry King overnight. McDonald hits the second free throw. You hear the whoosh from the Tiger student body, even though it rattled and kind of fell through. Keyser, spin dribble, McDonald right with him. Keyser to the lane, Marquis, dumps down to Endress, low blocks up and over Ross, hung on the front iron and dropped in.
Good play.
Endress has been making the big-time moves tonight. We talked about 32, Princeton by 16. 1:15 for the third quarter. Ross in the backcourt.
Needs some help.
And that trap press comes up. They go to Ferguson, who jumps high for the pass, top of the key to McDonald. Now to Brozek, comes out wide left side. Now to Ross, directs traffic. They go to Ferguson at the free throw line, spins. He's double teamed. They go back out to Ross left side. Jumps down Ferguson, give and go, up and over Marquis. Shot comes up short. Rebound Marquis out of bounds and goes to Princeton. It went off Marquis last.
Tough call that time.
For the quarter, they go to the left wing to McDonald. The two-pointer won't go. Speck with a weak side board. Rams get it out and go. Speck has it poked away momentarily by Brozek. Gets it back. Stops in the left wing. Double dribble. It surprised me that he took a double dribble, and I know that he wouldn't have taken it if he didn't think somebody had poked the ball away. But that's not what Terry Lipscomb said as he rode the double dribble. 48-32. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Princeton's going to hold for one, up by 16. That equals their biggest lead of the basketball game. They've been there twice, and this is one of them. 24 seconds now. The Tigers play a little perimeter game with Marquis. Now to Ross. We'll hear from some of our sectional tournament sponsors right away. The third quarter break in about 15 seconds. McDonald goes to the baseline. Layup no good. Ferguson with a putback no good. Gets his own rebound. Off the glass. It won't go. McDonald with the rebound. Follow-up goes in. Tigers with 4 chances finally converted. 3 seconds. Western may not get the ball inbounds, and they don't before time expires.
13.
Princeton inbounds to start the fourth quarter. Marquis catches the pass from the backcourt, dribbles it across to Ferguson. He's triple teamed, had it poked away by Endress. Ball loose from the floor. Speck picks it up. Tiger turnover. Speck into the front court. Three-pointer on its way. He rolls around, doesn't go. Rebound Brozek for the Princeton Tigers.
Just not falling for the Rams tonight.
Tigers by 18 right now in a hard-fought basketball game. Brozek to the right hash, out wide near the sideline to Marquis in the corner, dribbles back out a little higher. Now to Ross, almost picked off by Keyser. Ross picks it up, though. Poking at it is Keyser. Uses the dribble is Ross. Goes to Marquis to the right side.
Taking the air out.
Running a little perimeter game. Jeff Olson will come in the next dead ball for Princeton. To Brozek. Brozek sees the opening, dribbles back out instead to Ross. Ross now to Marquis in the center circle. Over to McDonald to the right side. Puts the ball down low, puts it on his hip now as Endress sags off of him. Bounce pass to Ferguson. He comes out high now to Brozek. Brozek pressured by Speck to McDonald. Goes to the baseline, cut off by Endress. Picks up the dribble, is double team. They give to Brozek. Now to Marquis, puts the ball on his hip at the center circle. The defense coming out to pressure the Tigers. Tigers trying to deflate the ball a little bit. McDonald, baseline jumper good.
Very patient offense by the Princeton Tigers.
6:40 to go in the ball game. 52-32, Princeton by 20. That is their biggest lead of the game as we speak. Three-pointer by Chad Speck. Blocked by Jason Brozek. Loose ball picked up by Tim Marquis for Princeton. And Roger Lowe says spread the floor.
Yep.
McDonald walks the dribble across. Getting set to come into the ball game for the Western Rams. At the next dead ball will be Lon Nelson, a 5'10 sophomore. Others getting set to check in for Brad Bickett also pretty soon. 6:10 to go in the ball game.
This is really uncharacteristic of the Princeton Tigers. We've not been known to spread the floor often.
Western can be full of runs, though, and I think they
can.
Know that. And, of course, we know that. What we've seen Western how many times now this year?
3 times?
5
maybe?
or, well, 5 or 6.
I guess, come to think about it, yeah. Have some great three-point shooters if they get the chance of getting the ball in their hands.
5:50 now to go in the ball game. So 20-point Princeton lead. Princeton playing a perimeter game right now, just kind of spreading the floor. The Western defense is not conceding it, though. Marquis got open, went down the lane, and hit a layup.
Caught the defense sleeping a little bit that time.
Well, the defense, as we mentioned, just as we were talking about it, was coming out to pressure and not concede that to Princeton. They took a swipe at Marquis. He spun around and had an open lane to the basket. Turnaround Youngren won't go. A foul called on Tim Marquis for Princeton.
First foul on Tim Marquis, 15 foul on the Tigers.
5:24 to go in the ball game. Ryan Youngren at the free throw line. A 6'2 senior. Free throw is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 5:24 again to go in the ball game.
Youngren's an excellent ball player. We've seen him now, 6 times?
Been quiet tonight, and the Tigers have been really focusing on him defensively, not letting him have a big night. Endress has had a pretty decent night for the Rams.
Yes,
now
they have.
Fire a pass down to Olson underneath of the low blocks. He comes right back out. They go back to spreading the floor.
Had the easy layup, brought the ball back out.
Princeton wearing the traveling blues according to the brackets. Poked away by Endress, and on him is Nelson. Nelson takes a swipe at the basketball. Ross gets it to Marquis. Marquis with the dribble gives to Olson. That defense extended right up with the Tigers. And McDonald spin move back to his left. Endress stays with him. They go to Marquis on the wing.
All the way.
Marquis goes baseline. Beat his man to the baseline. Layup is good with the reverse hand. 22-point Princeton lead. 56-34.
Princeton simply taking the ball only when they come out to get them. Going in.
I'd say it was the haircut, but they played well before they got the haircut. Pretty pass, Endress down to Lon Nelson. So the Western Rams get a nice assist. 56-36, long pass to Olsen, bounce pass across the lane. Marquis again off the glass. Nice assist from Jeff Olsen to Tim Marquis.
Marquis is turning into an opportunist right now.
4:18 to go in the basketball game. 58-36, Princeton by 22. Andrus, top of the key now to Nelson. Left side three-pointer by Keyser, won't go. Rebound stripped away by Andrus. Out at Proudy Gymnasium. A lot of these people runs really by any stretch of the imagination. This has been a pretty consistent ball game, and Princeton has gotten it done defensively. They've stopped the Rams at what they do best for the most part. Rams have been able to have some moments. The free throw no good by Andrus, but
the real difference tonight, I think, is McDonald's 27 points. They've been having a hard time trying to hold them.
Well, Coach Brad Bickett and any other coach that we talk to, of course, says that, that's a key. You have to slow down a guy like McDonald. Andrus hits the second free throw, and McDonald just having a night right now. They bounce pass down low to Olsen. It's taken away, though, by Speck. It's poked away from him, although he gets it back. Marquis hit the hard court trying to make the dive. Three-pointer Nelson comes up short. Rebound in traffic. Speck follow-up in and out. Hung on the front iron. Rebound near the baseline. Slap the house, said Terry Lipscomb. Pass from Nelson over to Speck across the zone. Shot from 15 came up short. Youngren with a rebound on the dribble. Underneath layup, no good. Gets his own rebound. He's slapped as he goes back to the hole. He'll go to...
Youngren is once again at the line. 4 for 4 from the line for the evening.
Free throw is good by ball game. Second free throw is good by Youngren. Hit them both. It's a 19-point ball game, 58-39. Speck pressures Brozak, who dribbles into the front court.
What a move.
Speck is called for the foul. Yeah, Brozak made a nice move to the sideline.
Move, kind of. Second foul on Chad Speck.
Well, Speck goes to the sideline. Brozak's going to go right to the left of him, so he couldn't quite put his foot over there on the sideline like you would do maybe on the baseline. Tripped up Brozak. 3:20 now to go in the ball game, and the Tigers will deflate the ball a little more now. Leading by 19. Marquis in the center circle. Bounce pass right hash to McDonald. Outside of the arc. Takes it around to the right wing.
Handles the ball well.
Back out to Brozak. Speck a little collision there. They rule no call. They go out to Marquis. Tim Marquis. Bounce pass over to McDonald. Puts his other hand on his hip with the ball on the other. Goes inside the arc. Penetrates. Now comes back out. Now here's Marquis. Slapped away by Ryan. Inbound to McDonald. To the key. Spin to his left. Out in front of him, is coming into the ball game, was Cameron Rodsith, one of the sophomores. Sees a lot of varsity time for the Western Rams. Out on Matthews now is Keyser. Matthews has it poked away, tracks it down in the backcourt. It was poked away.
Great hustle.
Pass off Matthews' back. He was trying to run to get back in the ball.
8th turnover by the Tigers for the night, though.
2:25 to go. Western trying to get a lot done in a hurry. Three-pointer by Youngren will go. Matthews with a rebound for the Tigers. Almost did it again. Here's Brozak. 2:18. Go figure, 30 games later. McDonald spins back to his left from the right wing. Goes to Brozak, top of the key. Tigers run a little bit more of a conventional offense now this time. Now Marquis, bounce pass to Olsen in the free throw lane. Now back out to McDonald. Faked as if he wanted to shoot a three-pointer. Uses the dribble, picks it up outside the arc. Now to Brozak. He's open, but instead they'll run a little time and go to Marquis to the left side of the key. Inside to Olsen. Turn around in the middle of the lane. Will not go. Matthews with a rebound. Takes it out of the lane and back out high to McDonald. At the top of the key. McDonald dumps down low to Olsen all alone off the glass.
Oh, great assist again. That's the 4th straight assist by McDonald.
60-39, Princeton by 21, and that's going to do it. It's going to be a Mendota-Princeton rematch on Friday night. Three-pointer by Speck. Front iron no good. Youngren with a rebound. Back up strong. Rolls around and drops. 60-41. 1:22 to go in the basketball game. Princeton by 19. Marquis to McDonald to the baseline. Pull up from 15. Good. He's at 29 points on the night. Pass knocked away by Princeton. Stays in.
Yeah.
David Stropes in for the Western Rams. Cameron Rodsith also into the ball game for the Rams is Corey Nessler, another sophomore forward. Stropes to Nessler. He'll try a 14-footer. Rolls around in and out. Russell with the game of the season. Princeton won by 19 in Mendota. I have a strange feeling it won't be a 19-point game either way on Friday night, but it means a lot. It means who's going to be in the Sweet 16. Russell dribbles, drives the lane. Shot no good. Rebound loose. Strobes picks it up for Western. Down to 40 seconds. Into the front court.
The ball game. Only had 7 points for the night, but a good defense. Handled the ball well.
Joe Henley comes in to replace him. He's another sophomore. Reserves are going to play out the string. Down to 28 seconds. To the baseline, Mitchell. Shovel layup no good. Rebound loose. Olsen picks it up. Feeds Darren Ferguson. Outside of the lane. Now high to Olsen. Top of the key to Mitchell. Mitchell left side now to Henning.
They're trying to get Mitchell to shoot.
Top of the key to Mitchell. Shot from the free throw. That is good. Mitchell scored yet this year.
That was it.
Mitchell in the scoring column. Down to 5 seconds. Three-pointer by Strobes. Front of the iron, no good. Mitchell with the rebound. Holds, gives to Olsen. Three-quarter court shot comes up short at the horn. It'll be Princeton versus Mendota in the championship game of this. LaSalle. DeKalb leads the LaSalle Peru Cavaliers 13-10. That's going to be interesting. I may not see that week long. This strange feeling. I would doubt it. McDonald passes over the zone. Goes to Matthews. Top of the key, Ross. I want to see him start. McDonald, beautiful pass. He was double teamed. Jumped down to Messer, who was getting in position for a rebound. Put it in all alone. Nice defense by McDonald. 22-10. Princeton by a dozen now. These will go to Trojans. Jones dribbles back to the ball. Stripped as he goes up. Matthews and Jones with a foot race to the ball. Ball still loose. There we go. Throws it up into the air. Dakota's going to get it back, though. Jones dribbles all the way to the baseline. Double team back on to Proudy. He's all alone. 10. Now good. Off the glass. It won't go. Rosenwinkel though with a rebound. Put it in.
Really very tough defense by the Tigers, Greg. Simply did not get back in position after that real big hustle for the ball.
They're going to blow a lot of whistles tonight. Oh, they are. Three-pointer by Marcus is no good. Rebound to Proudy. Outlets out to Jansen, who's on the run from the Minnesota Trojans. Spins in the center stride and holds it up. Mr. Rosenwinkel. Back to Jansen to Jones, right wing. He holds. Tigers sag just a little bit on that perimeter. Here's Jones. Takes a look to see where he is outside the arc in case he does want to shoot. Matthews right wing.
Really skipped Proudy out.
Inside the Snyder. He's double teamed. They kick back out to Jansen. Three-pointer. Will not go. Marcus with a rebound for the Princeton Tigers. Matthews gets up a little hobble, I think. As he and Marcus got collided. Three-pointer by McDonald is no good. Jones with the rebound for the Minnesota Trojans. Jones goes to his left to the side of the lane. Shuttle layup. Yeah, big-time move by the point guard for the Minnesota Trojans. Jason Jones. 22-14. Princeton by 8.
We saw Jason Jones do that all night long against Summer.
Marcus, left side of the arc, just outside of that stripe. Now to McDonald, and he finished. 10-point Princeton lead once more, 24-14. 5:45 to go first half. Jansen between the circles, left side Snyder. He tried three, can't hit it. Rebound hits a hop. Marcus and Snyder collided. They give Snyder that rebound. Foul thrown on Matt McDonald. No. Shocking. Very close block charge. Calls the last couple of minutes here. Both going into the Trojans' favor. They hold the basketball 5.5 minutes to go first half with a 10-point Princeton lead. Jones top of the key down to Jansen. Back to Jones. Jones comes into the lane. And they give the basketball to the Princeton Tigers. They get the loose ball. They are not going to blow it. Man, oh man, that's more contact than I've seen in the ball. Jason Bozek and Jeff Wilson into the basketball game. Last hit ball answers G. Ferguson. Ferguson put a nice move to the baseline, but he couldn't hit the shot. Rebound by the Minnesota Trojans. Tigers getting a little cold now. Started off 9-10 first quarter. Cooled off considerably now. They still lead by 10. Snyder goes to the lane. Shot no good. He's fouled though. Princeton by 10. 4:57 to go second quarter. Snyder is a 76% free throw shooter. Hits the first. Averaging 19.6 points a ball game. Snyder now has 3 on 24-15. Down by 9. Make it down by still 9. Is the rebound here in the second free throw. No good. Capped up by Filing. No good. And McDonald clears the rebound. Tigers.
They need the offensive set now. Okay. We're a little impatient. The last 3 trips down.
McDonald goes to his left pass. Jones bounce pass to the corner to Ferguson. He dribbles, holds, again, goes to the baseline, now dribbles back out. Comes out to Bozek on the left sideline. Top of the key now to Ross. Ross to Ferguson at the side of the key. Back to Ross. He'll try a three-pointer. No. Hits off that front line. They're hitting off the back of there. It would not go. Riley with a rebound to Jones in transition here. Layup by Jansen is good off the glass. They got down the floor. They go to make a new run now. Princeton 24. Princeton really found the length of the floor away. 4:18 to go. First half. Princeton by 7. 24-17.
I think you'll see more patience on this offense play, I believe. I hope you will.
Here's Bozek. Down back to McDonald. Inside the arc right side. Long pass over to Ross the other side now. Inside to Ferguson. He rolls at the free throw line. Gets back to Ross. Three-pointer. Back for a 10-point Princeton lead. 47-17.
A lot better passing that time by the Tigers.
Ross stepped up, took the open shot, hit it. Jason Jones right side of the key. Bozek with it. Bozek put it in off the glass. Bozek managed to help the inbound, slammed the ball to the floor before he made the first half. 27-21, Princeton by 6. Left wing Rosen passed up the shot, gave it back out to McDonald. He'll try a three. Yeah. Good. And McDonald knocks down another three. It's a 9-point Princeton lead. 30-21. 3:05 to go. First half of play. Here is Jones. Jones down. Top of the circle now. Here is Proudy on the right wing. They go down to Proudy. Get win coming out of the game as does Scott Ross. Matthews and Marcus back in as is Meston. So Bozek, McDonald, Marcus, Meston, and Matthews into the Tigers. And a two-pointer from Proudy, I believe, on the left wing. 30-23, Princeton by 7. Marcus holds right wing. Comes back down Bozek. Swing it left side here. Just inside the hash. Meston top of the circle. Long pass in the corner to Bozek. He'll try a three. Too hard. Raises the back iron. Snyder with the rebound. Dakota gets it out. Again. Jones with the layup. No good. Marcus back to all his route to the basket. Gets the rebound. And out looks to Bozek. He comes into the front court quickly. Jones a little ticked off. It looks like he stayed that way defensively down the floor. Fouls are double dribbles. Jansen and Rosenwinkel, the starters in for the Trojans. Bozek sits down and Ross now comes back into the Tigers, so the starters are back in for the Tigers as well. 2:08 to go. First half, 30-23, Princeton by 7. Jones with a dribble. Ross right with him. Stops in the lane. Bounce pass away from Scott. Off the basket. Into the loose ball in the turnover.
Real tricky pass coming in by Jones that time. He could not get a handle on it.
Marcus outside the arc. They try to go inside to Meston. Goes away from him. Meston gets the last hand on it. Dumps to McDonald. His shot goes good. McDonald scoots in there. Gets his own rebound. Dribble all the way to the outside. Shot goes good. He's hammered to the floor like it. 1:42 first half. Inbound to Marcos. Turnaround. Too hard. Tap up by Snyder into the hands of Meston. And he gives it out to Ross in the center circle. Tigers get the rebound. Now here's Matthews to Marcus. Three-pointer top of the key. Came up short. McDonald skies for the board. Has it stripped by Jansen. On to Jones. Back to Jansen. 2-on-2. Jansen in traffic. No good. Meston trails. Gets the rebound for Princeton. 1:20 first half. Princeton by 7. 30-23. The Meston in the keys. Double team. Jansen handed up. To Marcus. Ross top of the key. Ross to the right side. Jansen out on the other. Matthews to Meston, who gives it to him in the corner. Taking an offensive set for the Tigers. To Ross inside to McDonald. Turn around back to his right. Puts on his right. You know, it's usually the other way around in his. He always goes left that time. That time he reversed. Put it in over Jansen. Nice shot at McDonald. It's a 9-point Princeton lead. 32-23. 46 seconds first half. And Buda with a basketball. Down at 9. Proudy from 10. Good. Put the ball on the court. His right. Took it to the side of the lane. Put it in. Very much imbalanced though when he shot that ball. He was being rushed very well defensively, but still got the ball up. Tigers to play for one shot. We're down to 30 seconds to go first half. Tigers lead by 7. 32-25. McDonald with the dribble now to the in the corner to Ross on the right side. Trojans getting in no corner. Ross dribbles out of some trouble. Back out to Marcus. Down to McDonald. Nash with 14. Now down to 12. 11. 10. Here's Ross to McDonald to the key. Free-throw line jumper. Good. Yeah. With 5 seconds. A 9-point Tiger lead. Jansen at half court. Dribbles through. Shot at the horn. Comes up short. Air ball. Nice to see him. I know he wishes he could be playing right now, but the Rams had a great season. The board inbounds was back in the third quarter. Jones dribbles to the top of the key. Picks it up. And Buda-Western with the left side. On inside. Intended for Proudy. Out of bounds.
Had really no trouble getting it inside the zone. The Tigers have got a little different defense right now.
That's underway third quarter. Tigers block the ball across with Ross. Goes to Marcus to the left side. Bounce pass to the wing with Meston. Back to Matthews. Top of the key. Ross wanted to shoot. Coming out of him is Jansen. Dribbles to the right. Goes to Marcus in the corner. Marcus goes back on line. Pulled away by Jansen. Through his legs. Couldn't get the ball under control. Marcus got it back. Marcus passes. Now here's Matthews to Marcus. Dribbles baseline. Proudy cuts him off. Long pass out. On the dribble. Gives to Marcus. Long pass headed for Meston. Out of bounds. By Rosenwinkel.
A lot of patience by the Princeton Tigers at this point.
Snyder pulls the whip net down. So I'll look that happen. Here's Ross. He goes into the free-throw lane to Meston. He gets back to McDonald. Just kind of a late step away. Jones in transition. Layup no good. Meston trailing the play. All's down the rebound for Princeton. The Tigers want to get on the run. They got one break. Ross finishes it himself. It's blocked for Meston. Back. He kicks out. It's good. back up to the single digits again. Princeton by 9. Ross walks the ball across through the Tigers. To the right side. Marcus cuts through. He gets there. They go to Matthews. To Marcus, who rolled all the way through. He tries a three. Comes up short. Rebound. Princeton Franks. You made a call on either one of them, to be honest. Yeah. Let them do that all night. Start calling it now. Here's Jones to the key. Kicks back out to Steiner. Tries a three. Good. Wow, we're going to get on him. What's the word I'm looking for? He can be so deadly because not only is he strong enough, they're freeing up a little bit. The pass goes off. Princeton's fingers get done. Turnover. Really, the Tigers were working the ball inside and moving more than they did because simply the defense is a little different than hitting the outside. They're starting to come back. They want to open it up inside if they can. Broder got it to 6. The layup no good by Jansen. Quickly on the front run. Rebound. Rosen. We can pick up the ball closer than that. Full house at Proudy. Free throw. Rosenwinkel on the season is only a 40% free throw. They made a big one there. Second free throw by Rosenwinkel is in and out. No good. Snyder sneaks in. Fresh freshman. That was a Scott Matthews three-pointer. And Broder has scored 9. 8 minutes and 10 seconds that we played. Snyder's free throw is no good. Matthews goes on to the board, though. Snyder played down the pass. That is spoken by Jansen. McDonald comes back. Dribbles all the way to the sideline. They gave it a Jason to the Tigers. 37-34. They lead by 3. McDonald turn around, side the lane. Shot won't go. Gets his own rebound. Goes back up and in. 5-point Princeton lead. Mendoza into the front court quickly, as they will. Here's Snyder for 3. Comes up short. Rebound McDonald. He's on the pass. Knocked out of bounds by Jones, and the Tigers will reload. Jones is really tough defense on that inbound. Falling back on that rebound, really. The Trojans come up from a little pressure on it. Down goes long pass. Almost gets away from McDonald. Goes away from the zone as they find you. It's really tough for the Tigers to figure this out now. Tigers with 3 holes. Great. Over that. Down strong. No throwing. That's rule change. So that's a weak play. This guy. Shot by Messon is rejected. That's the Trojans. Jones on the for Proudy. Stripped away. Goes out of bounds to Princeton. Oh, wow. Proudy got it back and out of bounds. Oh, boy. That is a tough ball. And the Tigers will inbound 84 feet away. Well, there have been some calls both ways. It's just for the bench for left to play. That's all. Yes, they are. The count of 4 has his inbound pass started at this point. And Broder has really come out intense on defense now. 5 minutes to go, third quarter out. Stand by 9, 39-34. Jones win McDonald's shirt. Now they go to Ross to the right side. He surveys the situation. Bounce pass in the corner. McDonald from the baseline. Yeah, shot is good. In buckets for Princeton. 41-34. Mendoza comes down quickly. Jones top of the key. He'll try a three-pointer. 41-37. It's a 4-point Princeton lead. They're really opening that up now. Beginning with 3s, and that's now the third 3 in the third quarter for the Mendoza Trojans. Doing it from the perimeter now. McDonald to the right edge. The Mendoza defense trying to force things on the Tigers. The pass goes to Messon Sanders. Forward to jump home. Quick ball. But it goes deep, and they're being allowed to get away with it. Ferguson and bounce to McDonald in front of him. The line 2 won't go. Rebound loose. Kozak pulls it down to Ross in the center circle, and they reload. They go to the right wing now with Marcus. After Kozak in the circle, halfway through the third quarter, Princeton by 4 the ball. Inside to Ferguson, and it goes away. Here's the ball. Ball against ball. Jansen tied it up. It's a 4-point Princeton lead, though, still. Brody yet to lead the ball game. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. Now, to Jason Jones through the center circle. Picking up soon as he gets near the arc. A little more defense on the outside for him for this time. Left wing Snyder. Here's Jones. And over the right side, Jansen. Jansen. Quick to dribble at the free throw line. Goes to Jones. Double shot. And off the glass and good. Donald tried to set up for a charge. Hit the floor. Wouldn't get the call. But Mendoza with a beautiful from Jones to Rosenwinkel makes it a 2-point game. 41-39.
That was a beautiful dig, but I'll tell you, that was a beautiful set, too, by McDonald.
Ferguson to Rosen. 9 out of bounds to the right side. Here's Marcus. Lob for Ferguson off his fingers. knocks it down for the Tigers. 3:12 to go third quarter. Mendota looking to tie or do better than that this time down. They have not led the game. Brought down. It's stolen away by McDonald from Jansen. They get to Rosenwinkel to the corner to Snyder. Tries a three. Ross with the rebound for Princeton. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Princeton by 2. Ross top of the key to McDonald. Goes to his left. He travels. Over the sophomore. Jason Jones sits down. 2:53 to go. Princeton by 2. Tigers have a total of 6 turnovers the first half so far in the third quarter. Jansen to the right wing. Station. Snyder now Rosenwinkel to the right side of the key. Takes it to the lane. Bounce pass forward to Jansen. Snyder turn around over the double team. So good. Olsen with a rebound. Michael Martin had a charge on his way out, but they have just been letting them go out of hands like that. Poked away from McDonald. Knocks it down near the center stripe on the left side of the back to Bozak. He runs the play left side 2:20. Third quarter. By 2. 41-39. Ross between the circles to Olsen. Pass off to Mark. Mendota comes away with it. Still Mark on the dribble into the front court. Circles. Didn't have the weight. Down to the key Rosenwinkel. Pass is in for Snyder. Stolen by Matthews. Has trouble picking up the dribble. Finally does into the front court to the right hand. Bozak. It's a three-pointer. In and out. Olsen with the rebound. Loses it out of bounds. Sits down. Coming back in is Jason Jones. Inbound to Matthews to the right wing. To Ross. Back to Matthews on the right side. Dribbles on a little high end out of Bozak between the circles. 1:45 third quarter. Princeton by 2. Ross down to McDonald. Goes to work. Off the glass wall go. Shot wouldn't have got it anyways. For the shot. Inbounded by the Tigers. Olsen comes down on Ross. Directs a little traffic. Goes to his right. Matthews on the right wing. He takes a few slices of the ball. Protects it to Olsen. Has it broke away from him by 3. And the Princeton led by as much as a dozen at one point. Mendota may go on early in the Here's Ross, top of the key to Bozak, swinging left to Matthews. He holds, uses the dribble out on Snyder with him defensively. On the McDonald, goes by the jumper and hit. Mendota tries to get into the front court quickly with Jones. Circles, takes it back up, jumps out to Snyder, low blocks. From the top, he travels. He grabbed it in, but that long. He's running the ball under the Tigers. Third quarter, Princeton by 4, 43-39. Up inside. Rosenwinkel defends the inbound. They poke it away for McDonald. It's out of bounds. Princeton. Mendota thought it went. Here's Matthews. Picks it up. Matthews. Quickly. All the way to the front court to Marcus. Invested trailing the play. Loses it. LP leads it down 39 for third quarter. 43-39, 1:02 to go third quarter. Princeton by 4. 1 minute exactly now. Ross second. Mendota trying to use some quickness. And a little perimeter game to cut the ball game down, but they haven't hit them out there in a while. Almost had a foot away from Jones by Ross. Jones dribbles to the baseline. Shot from 5. Hangs on the top rim. Jones really displaying his quickness tonight. 43-41. Princeton by 2. Jones trying to come on at 10 points so far. 43-41. Stolen away by Jansen. Intended for McDonald. Dribbles into the front court with 48 seconds. Mendota will play for 1. They're going to try to tie the ball game 8 points to men going into the fourth quarter. Princeton led by 9 at the half. 34-25. They led by 10, 20-10 at the end of the first quarter. Mendota trying to play for a tie or better into the fourth quarter. Jones now goes to Jansen. He'll try it with 8. A three-pointer. Rolls for more goal. McDonald clears the lead. To the half-court stripe with 3. With 2 takes the ball. Way up is no good. He is fouled with 1 second. First free throw by McDonald is no good. McDonald on the season has been a 75% free throw shooter. Just couldn't get that one to go down. Had the right line, but just a bit too hard. 1 second. Second free throw by McDonald is good. He hit the second. 44-41. Rosenwinkel back to McDonald. Down third at the horn. The super he kicked out. First inbounds to start the fourth quarter. They lead by 3. 44-41. Sectional championship game at Proudy Gymnasium. The winner is in the Sweet 16. A pass through the hands of Matthews on the reverse. Into the hands of Jansen. Poked away from Matthews on the break. Really turning it up a notch. Really trying to cut off those passing lanes. Jones with his quickness goes outside of the lane. Snyder with a rebound. Loses it, but he's fouled by Marquis. And Snyder. Mendota opens up. They're trying to cut it to one or tie. This clip. Here's Snyder to Jones. Jansen back to Jones. Top of the key. 7:30 to go in the game. Princeton by 3. We told you, big one. Jansen for 3 right wing. Too hard. Rebound away from Jansen to the hands of McDonald. Princeton comes away with a basketball. Jason Brozek looking for the Tigers next that ball. Now Greg. Here's Matthews to the right wing. Ross. Top of the circle now. Here's to Ross. Top of the key now. Marcus inside McDonald. Goes to work up and over Rosenwinkel. Shot on back rim. Wouldn't go. Snyder with a rebound for Mendota. Marcus to Jones. Tigers get back. Mendota 2-on-3 holds it up. Snyder top of the key. McDonald gets out on him. To Jones. Now to Rosenwinkel. Right side of the arc. 6:48 fourth quarter. 44-41. Princeton leads Mendota in this sectional title. Left side of the lane. Proudy. Rotation right now, I think, for Mendota. Here's Snyder on the dribble. Back to Jones. Top of the key. Now to Jansen left wing. Back to Jones for Proudy. He'll try the right side. He travels. That comes in for Princeton. 6:31 to go in the ballgame. We'll talk this one over tomorrow morning at 9:05 on the Tiger Coach's Corner. Here on 1498. Rozak to the right wing. Marcus holds. Jansen comes out on him. They poke it away. Over again. Jansen has had the quick hands tonight. He's been just as slippery as a needle. Yes, he has been. He's flat on the ball. Pokes it away. The Trojans come away with a turnover. 24-41 is our count. Princeton by 3. So 8 fourth quarter. Top of the key. Snyder. He's hit a couple from there. Airball shoots that ball a little more than he did the first few. Okay. Rozak dribbles into traffic. Gives to the corner. Tigers are 3-on-2. Bound the wing message. Shot no good. Rebound snapped out of traffic by the Tigers into the hands of Skip Proudy for the Mendota Trojans. Everybody's cold a little bit right now. 5:50 to go in the ballgame. 44-41. To go in the ball. Asian. Solid conditions on a humid dynamo. I wonder if that has any part in anything here tonight as players are concerned. It's a 3-point Princeton lead. 44-41. Mendota's just burned their second timeout. To talk things over. A lot of basketball to be played. 5.5 minutes. We're working Snyder underneath again, guys. Here comes Proudy. Double cut under. Proudy on the weak side. Yeah, you're right. But Mendota plays it out high with Jones. They go out to the wing to Jansen. Inside to Snyder. Up and past Marcus. The pass is good. They count. He was fouled by Ferguson. Came in and after the fact and got the personal foul on Gilson. 5:19 to go in the ball game. This would be Mendota's first tie since 2. We were tied at 0. We were tied at 2. We are now tied at 44. Snyder completes the triple play. Proudy for all. Here's Proudy. 5:15 for the game. Marcus with the basketball. Now here's Matthews. Matthews holds. Goes to the right wing. Rozak. He'll try a three-pointer. Yeah! 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Princeton by 3. 47-44. You can tell it doesn't concern Mendota much. Here's Jones. Eyes the mark. They go inside to Snyder. Ferguson. And Marcus got the loose ball for the Princeton Tigers. Into the front court. McDonald. Spin dribble. Jones comes out on him. Spins back left. Oh, a pass. Good. Up and over Rosenwinkel. The Tigers are on the charge, but McDonald was pulling off a pretty move by McDonald. Now the Tigers take a run. Mendota takes. He got it resharpened. That was the third quarter we were about. We were down to about an inch and a half on that pencil, and I'm really not exaggerating. You're not. It's a dirty fingernail, that's good. Now, 49-44, Princeton by 5. 4:20 to go in the ballgame. On the turn. Jones right slow second. Left side of the arc and rings it. 2-point game. 49-47. Snyder's getting their most hit points from 3-point range. Really, he's got now 17 on the night. Marcus in the right corner from McDonald. Back to Rozak out a little higher. Rozak, long pass over everybody. Goes to Marcus to Matthews rather on high. Here's McDonald. Bounce pass to the wing to Marcus on the right side. Holds up. Top of the circle, Rozak. Left side to Matthews. McDonald goes to work. Baseline throw off. Comes up short. Rebound McDonald off the glass too hard. Rebound loose in the corner. Saves it. Dives to the floor and gets it to Marcus. Beautiful play. Marcus won't go. Rebound. James Ferguson off the glass. Oh, what a set that time for the Tigers. Big bucket. 51-47. Top of the key. Snyder tries the three quickly. Drops in. It bounced around the rim about another steal. Mendota trying to get the lead now.